Morning. Today we are asking the question, what doesn't change? And normally the understanding is everything is impermanent. Everything changes continuously because everything is made up of subatomic particles that are constantly moving, and even the smallest elements of subatomic particles are pulsing on and off at a fantastic rate. So everything, the very substance of everything, is constantly changing and moving. So what is it then that doesn't change? So let's look at our personal experience. In the quest for what doesn't change. When we extend our perceptions out of our body, we can experience change constantly. Sounds change, temperature changes, movement in the atmosphere, vibes, changing. And then when we come within to our body, become present to our body, that's constantly changing. Pressure, pain, different things changing. Blood going round, breath coming in, breath going out. It's constantly changing. We look at our thoughts, our mental processes, they're never still, constantly changing. How we feel about things, again, constantly changing. Our states of consciousness, constantly changing. So what is it then that is not changing? And how can there be something that doesn't change and be impermanent? We're also told that everything's impermanent. Well, let's look at the sky. When the sun is shining, does the sky get hot? When the sun is shining, does the sky get hot? No. When it's raining, does the sky get wet? No. When the wind blows, does the sky move? No. Does the sky have a beginning? No. Does the sky have an end? No. Is the sky different now to how it was then? No. Does the sky have a center? No. Can the sky be touched? No. Can the sky be seen? No. Does the sky evolve? No. Can the sky be said to have any qualities? Is in fact the sky a thing? The sky is definitely there. Everything is housed in it. Without the sky, nowhere would have a place to be. Without the sky, where would space be. So what is that within us? Is there something sky-like that doesn't change? Because it never began. It's not going anywhere. It never ends. When we're having a sleep dream, we're asleep and we're dreaming. Most of the time in the sleep dream we have no awareness that we're dreaming. We take all the objects in the dream to be real and to be separate from each other and to be distinct things. When we wake up and look back at the dream, our sleep dream, we realize that the whole thing, every part of it, all the people in it, all the scenes in it, everything about it was all made of the same thing. And it never happened. It happened, yet it didn't happen. I might have dreamt I was driving along in a red car. But when I woke up, the red car was not parked outside. It never actually happened. The domain in which it appeared to take place was unchanging. Awareness, consciousness, within which was the dream. I was conscious of my dream due to awareness. And it's the same here. That if we examine everything, we find that the way that it arises is exactly the same as a dream. It appears to be distinct and separate. We appear to be distinct and separate. But actually, are we? What doesn't change is there in every single moment. It's the one common factor to every single moment. But just like the sky, it can't be grasped. It's inconceivable, meaning the idea you have of it will never be what it actually is. It's unreifiable, which means you can't turn it into a thing, because it's all pervasive. Developing meditative states of consciousness is not it. It doesn't come into being or go out of being. Meditative states of consciousness come into being and go out of being. Thoughts arise and disappear. Drama arises and disappears. This whole dream arises and disappears. But where does it arise from? And where does it disappear to? This sense, I am, it arose. It will pass. What did it arise from? Just like the weather does not affect the sky, nothing in the dream has any effect on anything. Because the dream is completely unsubstantial, insubstantial. It's just a figment. What is beyond isness and not isness, beyond existence and not existence, what is beyond all of that, suchness, that is the unchanging truth. We were talking about the final stage. First we recognize that the ego self is the part I'm playing in the dream. I think I am my body. I think I am this personality. I think I am these qualities. I think I am the thinker. And then, with some clarity, it becomes clear that there's something behind that, the witness, the observer. And as we examine the witness, as we become the witness, we have that simple sense of I am. I simply am. And I witness this dreamlike nature. But then as we rest in that I am state, the I drops away. When we go within and sit with our eyes closed, there's the sense of being our sense of perception, our center of perception being based somewhere, perhaps in the head, looking in a certain direction even though our eyes are closed. We have the sense of being in a body. But to sit and let that sense of having a body completely go. Just your attention doesn't go there at all. You're not putting your attention into anything that's coming from your body. You accept it, just let it be, but you're not attending to it. And then you recognize the subtle feeling of being located. And you investigate that. And drop that. You're not located anywhere. The sense of a center of gravity, a center of focus, is just a perception. There's something subtler than that. And that perception That perceiving, that awareness is not geographically located. Drop the sense of being coming from somewhere. And then the subtle sense of time. What's more subtle than time passing? What is timelessness? Selflessness. Spacelessness. Changelessness. Come into a movie house, a cinema, and there's a screen. The movie gets projected on the screen. We become fully absorbed in the movie. We get emotionally involved with the movie. It really matters when the hero dies. We really feel it. We lose sense of who we are and where we are, and become emotionally involved and absorbed in what is being projected onto the screen. And then the movie ends, and the screen is untouched and unchanged. But during the movie, the last thing we thought of was the screen. We took the forms projected on the screen to actually, we thought they had form. We thought the bad guy was the bad guy. We thought he was something. We thought the drama was real. We thought it was so real that we let it affect us. But then when the spell was broken and the movie ended, we realized that they only appeared to have solidity and shape and reality. It was a movie. Nothing ever actually arose. They never actually came into being. The bad guy wasn't waiting backstage after the movie. Can we see like that in this world? For a thing to be real, for a thing to actually arise, it must be completely independent. In a sleep dream, nothing's independent. It's all dependent on the dreamer and on the functions of dreaming. There isn't actually a red car. And it's the same here. Everything is dependent on everything else. The car is dependent on all its constituent parts. There isn't actually a thing called a car. This is a very subtle perception. And it's not easy to see emptiness. The emptiness of form. So objects that appear separate and independent are actually not that. They're empty. Form is empty. And emptiness is form. This understanding is said to be the greatest of all. In fact, it is said that this understanding is beyond everything. This experience, being this knowing of reality, seeing the all-pervading, ontological, transparent nature of life, pervading all things. Looking within and coming to a simple sense, I am. And then allowing the I to drop. And all there is amness, awareness, unmoving, equally everywhere, always. Not developing, not declining, not coming, not going. Not viewable. Not graspable. But all that is graspable, or appears to be graspable, all reflects some aspect of it. It's vast like the sky. It's massive like mountains. It's luminous like the sun. It flows like water. Everything reflects it. The nature of what? The nature of awareness. Formless awareness and the nature of awareness. Everything that exists, all of creation, is the nature of awareness. in what sky, in what domain do our thoughts arise? Rather than being drawn into the content of the thoughts, for a moment, can you see where they are happening? How they just arise and vanish. What is unchanging is not a thing. These talks, after a couple of days, will come off the Into the Wild online festival site, and you will find them on my YouTube channel, Timian Talks. Also, if you want to have a one-to-one with me, that's possible, and I do them on a donation basis. So if you feel to do that, just contact me. And have a wonderful day.